corn out of my face.
Then I'm a kid rocking up and down your block with a bottle of scotch and watch lots of crotch. Buy a yacht with a flag saying chillin' the most. Then rock that bitch up and down the coast. Give a toast to the sun, drink with the stars.
Who laughs like that for real?
Yeah, gee, I wonder.
There's only one.
Happy
It's
May
the
4th,
Highlander of laughs.
That's true. That's true. That's true. Did you guys? I'm probably gonna get dinged for this, but did you guys? And I don't care. Did you guys watch the Star Wars May the 4th video today?
I did not. I did not see the cartoons yet either. I was gonna watch the cartoons tonight, actually.
We can't say. I watched them. Bobby hasn't, so we can't say anything about them.
Yeah, I'm
So
going to
you're-
watch them
you're-
tonight.
You're in a safe space.
Yeah, I was planning on watching them tonight. I am all caught up with Andor. Yeah, that's about it right now, right?
What do you think?
What
of
else is
it?
going on? What do you want to know?
That's it.
I like it, except for the scene. I don't think that had any business being in Star Wars whatsoever.
I like it except for that scene and except for the scenes with the... Okay, in Star Wars, drugs have always been spice, and it's something that's talked about and the bad guys do somewhere off in, like, the desert.
Yeah.
When someone offers you a cigarette in Star Wars, Obi-Wan Kenobi breaks your mind in order to make you not give him death sticks.
Yeah.
And now they're like dropping acid in the kitchen, and that's weird to me because I am not watching Star Wars for that. If I wanted to watch that, I just watch Breaking Bad. There's perfectly great shows that have that as the base. But man, no, Star Wars is, I think the biggest problem with the whole Star Wars universe right now is the people that own it don't realize that the fans only want Star Wars as an escape. It has nothing to do with a reality thing. And I don't think they get that. That's the reason why I never find a T-Mobile booth at ICCC.
Yeah.
100.
Because I get it.
Yep, that you're absolutely 100%. I do go back to George Lucas. This is for, and this is back to your escape thing. This is made for 12-year-old boys. It's so good that everybody can enjoy it, but it's made for 12-year-old boys. That takes me back to being a 12-year-old, and I don't want to see things I don't want to see if I was 12 years old.
Even the rules on the Imperial Commissary, the Facebook groups, right? The rules. One of the major rules is PG, no cussing, no this, no that. And I always say, the way I explain it to new people that are like, it's the internet, F you, you know?
Yeah,
and I'm like, well, you know, I could swear. I swear with the best of them, but not there because that's Star Wars.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? I want the worst thing to be is the one time Han Solo says, I'll see you in hell. And he's not even being like, go to hell. He's like, I'll see you in hell, which is a less strict of the hell, you know what I mean? It's like a kid saying HE double hockey stick.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not bad, but it still was impactful. And this, I don't know, man. And you know what else drives me absolutely nuts? They tried to make you cry for that dude that got killed or whatever at the beginning of the episodes, remember? But he still doesn't change the fact that they had a TIE fighter with only 2 other seats in it. So what was he going to do?
Yeah.
He was never going to make it, or somebody wasn't.
Yep.
And that's a huge plot hole. And why are you putting 3 seats in a TIE fighter? What is it, a TIE driver thingy? It's a bit much, man. And I mean, you're sitting there and then you have the TIE, what is it? The TIE Advanced.
Yeah.
Just use the TIE Advanced. The TIE Advanced is the right timeline. It's not a new TIE fighter. And I think the new TIE fighter is dope. I think it looks awesome. It's super fun.
That thing.
Yeah.
But how's it going to be way more advanced than a TIE Interceptor when, I mean, TIE fighters are about to come on the scene?
And Vader should be the most advanced anyway. It's Darth Vader's ship.
Yep.
But no, there's certain things I don't like in it. They try to do the drama and the, you know, I don't know, man. It's very NCIS of them or Bones or, you know, and it's not why I watch it. It's Star Wars. They're flying around spaceships in space, shooting aliens and stuff. I mean, come on, man. Why you got to be like, oh, here, hold on now. In reality, we have to talk about this.
Yeah. No.
Times change and
Yep.
It's like, dude, no, we don't. Like, I mean, it's not because you don't want to, and it's not because, that's not part of real life. It is. But why does it have to be in everything, man? Yeah, can't there be escape anywhere? Can't you have an escape? Why can't we just, I don't know, man. I don't know. Back in the day, you watched Cheers or something, and Cheers was Cheers. The Simpsons was Simpsons because it was funny. And then it became like a topical political satire, blah, blah, blah. And it's on like 30 years now, and it's like garbage. I can't even watch a clip of The Simpsons. It's so like old and beat down and destroyed. And I just don't want them to do that with Star Wars because I love Star Wars. And the big problem is, man, is all right. Maybe it's because the world is changing and I'm like, oh, I'm too old and you kids get off of my land. And I don't know. That might be it. But
I don't think that's it.
It might be it. But what I'm saying is like, I don't know, man. Why can't it just be, there's nothing fun anymore. ICCC is fun, but there's nothing else fun anymore, dude. It's like, I don't know. When's the last time, why couldn't they just burn that down into a 2-hour movie? Get rid of all the political crap. I don't need to see Mon Mothma not be able to handle it all and get hammered and dance around in a rave.
Yeah,
it's Mon freaking Mothma.
Thing that was a waste.
Yeah, and you got people out there that are all like, oh yeah, but it just shows that even when it becomes too hard for her. And I'm sorry, man, that's just a quitter. I don't like that. I never liked the excuse of when people are like, oh yeah, but I was drunk. I'm sorry. Get your mind right.
I want my John Wayne hero back.
Yeah, man.
Like, John Wayne. Bigger than life. That's what makes a hero. They're bigger than life. They're better than you. You're supposed to want to aspire to them.
Yeah.
Yes, but now it's like, I don't know, I don't know. And Grand Moff Tarkin shot everyone because he couldn't land his shuttle. Why? Why? You're telling me that Grand Moff Tarkin, for some reason, who's unbelievably cool, calm, and calculated, is going to roll into a place and just be like, you're in my spot?
Yeah.
No. He's going to park a half a mile away and send stormtroopers to do that. I mean, it's just like they don't. My problem is they don't know the Star Wars. They don't know their Star Wars. They're trying to be political. They're trying to be groundbreaking. They're trying to trend on Twitter. They're trying to do this. They're trying to do that. Don't try to do any of that. Well, try to give people an escape for an hour.
I'll go back to Skeleton Crew. Skeleton Crew was just a blast. And my kids watched it and my grandkids watched it. And I like
Skeleton Crew.
Yep, I absolutely loved it.
Yep.
Dad,
but the thing is, it was good, but how Star Warsy was it when you come down to it?
Not very.
Yeah, that's true.
It was like a TV show. I liked it a lot. Don't get me wrong, but
yeah, they're trying to make it, an espionage spy thriller, but it's taking
which was fun.
Way too long to get there.
I would say it's more like the Goonies than it was like Star Wars.
Yeah,
Skeleton Crew.
And the way they went about it should be across the line. Like my grandkids really love Skeleton Crew. I can't let them watch Andor. There's not a chance.
Dude, I can't believe that Andor didn't come with a big freaking warning. If I watch Guys and Dolls, like back in the day, you know what I mean? Like Guys and Dolls, Marlon Brando, you know what I mean? If I watch that right before it pops up, there is tobacco use in this video. There is blah, blah, blah in this video. There's blah, blah, blah. Andor just went Star Wars scene into the Andor sign, into the thing on Disney Channel. I'm sorry, that's Disney. It's bonkers that they put Deadpool on there. I don't even understand what's going on with the Hulu Disney crossover where like kids are allowed to watch like R-rated blow your head off Deadpool. Not that I got anything. Deadpool's great. I have fun watching Deadpool, but I don't watch it with 12 kids. And I rolled into Andor and I was there. I was just with my wife, you know what I mean? And it was fine because it's like two adults watching a show. But dude, if we had a kid right there and you're watching Star Wars because you and the family always watch the new Star Wars as soon as it comes out and there's that scene in it, holy, like that isn't right. I'm surprised people aren't suing Disney over this. Like,
there's more people aren't up in arms about it.
Yeah, but that's because most of the people that write anything at all on the internet about Star Wars, most of the people, I'd say 90%, are equating it to politics or something like that, or
And that's
something in
exact
reality.
opposite. I don't want any. That's exact opposite of what I want.
Yeah, no doubt, man.
Yeah.
I live in the world every day. I play Star Wars because it's an escape from that world. I
Exactly.
thought that, dude. That's why you're not going to think about switching car insurances while you're at ICCC, dude.
Yeah.
Because I hate that. I
And I
hate
don't want to do
that.
that because that's my job. All right, so where shall we start tore guest list? Because you got one that
Well, I don't know. Wherever you want. We should start on your shirt. Why don't they never make cool shirts like that in my size?
I wore this because of you.
Did you?
Yep.
I'm gonna put you in acrylic and put you in my collection room.
Yeah.
Nice.
Kidding.
I can fit in one of your cases.
Dust them off occasionally, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's
All
what the acrylic is for. You don't even have to dust them.
Nice. All right, well, let's start out with the guest list because I
Yeah.
didn't see this coming at all, which I'm not privy to.
Yeah,
but,
how you got
that
Katie
was,
Sackhoff blows
that
me away.
All right, well, thanks for spoiler alert, Rogue.
Sorry.
Whatever.
It's out there. People should know by now.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. The one and only Katie Sackhoff. Is that how I say it? Katie Sackhoff?
Sackhoff.
Yeah.
I'm
That's unfortunate.
gonna leave that alone.
Yeah.
You know the
Starbuck to me.
That's
You know the
now, how
funny
did
story?
that can you tell us how that went about?
Yeah, it took forever. Back in 2007, I went. No. Actually, honestly, back in 2017, way back, right before the convention started or anything, I went to Wizard World to find out like what they do to make a convention work, right?
Okay.
And there was a Wizard World in Nashville, and Katie Sackhoff was there, and Adam Baldwin, Jane from. He was there as well.
Oh.
So I got an Adam Baldwin autograph. These are the only two autographs I ever walked up to somebody and bought. I got an Adam Baldwin autograph because I love him from Chuck. I think he's hilarious. If you remember that show, Chuck.
Yeah.
And so I was like, and I totally goofed it. I was like, dude, I love all your stuff. I even love Chuck. And he was like, Chuck is a really good show. I'm like, no, Chuck is like my favorite show, man. I can't believe that like I screwed it up. You know what I mean? But I felt like a total. Yeah, totally fanboy. That's the first person and only person I ever fanboyed for. I can't even explain it, but I just couldn't talk, and I'm pretty good at talking. But anyway, so Katie Sackhoff. So I go up to her thing, and I'm like, "Loved you, Starbuck. Can you write? I think it was the what do you hear, Starbuck? Nothing but the rain, sir. You know what I mean? And which is just like that's like the hardest line in a show, man. And it's because of the particles, the pieces of the plane she's blown up already that are tapping on the glass of her canopy. So nothing but the rain, which is just like, I don't know, man. For a pilot, that's a really cool pilot-y statement. But anyway, so I walk up to her thing and I go, Ms. Sackhoff, I am starting a convention, and I know that we are way too small, and we're just starting right now, and it's not even a thing yet, and I'm hoping it works out. I was wondering if there's some way I could get your information, and maybe one year I can try to get you to come. And she was like, sure, gave me her agent's information. She was a sweetheart. I have the picture of Starbuck in my collection room. It's the only thing that I have from BSG up there. And then what happened is 2 years later, I called up her agent and I found out how much she cost. And I was like, oh, my God. And then I hung up that phone and I was like, I'll call you back in a little bit. And then I called her back about 2 years ago. And I tried again. And she was taping something, probably Mando, you know. And so she couldn't be there during the weekend we were doing it. And then last year, I sort of kind of tried, but the agent was moving to San Francisco or something, and it just didn't work out. She was doing like a million things and couldn't make it, and you know what I mean? And then this year I tried again, and I finally got Katie Sackhoff to come. So that's been building for, 8 years.
Now, have you talked? Well, I get my question is, I don't know if you've talked to her directly or not, but if you did she remember you approaching her the first time?
I have not done that yet because for somebody like me,
right,
it's much easier to remember this than a voice on a phone.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
I get that. On the opposite end of that, to be quite frankly, just so you know. Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. I mean, dude, I not to pick or anything, but half of the time, by the time I say your name, and then I'm like the really good volunteer, and then people are like the short guy with the bare feet, and I'm like, yep. So
I'm looking forward to that. That's gonna be a blast.
yeah, man, no,
really
it's cool, dude.
I really enjoyed it. All right, so we'll go to Brendan Wayne, which
You said we need more John Wayne. There you go.
That's the one I'm most excited. I just want to shake the guy's hand. Just John Wayne's grandson.
Yeah, I'd like to meet
Is
him.
it really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's the guy.
That's why the Mandalorian walks like John Wayne. It's like inherited.
So I'm super, super excited for that.
Yeah.
Because you guys know I'm not like a celebrity guy. The fact that Warwick and his son are going to be there, I think that's just cool to me.
Yeah, man. Well, nobody ever does Harrison, and I don't even know. I was just, the lucky thing is see, I build these relationships with the guest stars over the years, and they come and they enjoy it. Shoot, after last year's show, Warwick left his pictures with me, and he was like, "Just hold these, mate. I'll be back next year." Nice. And I was like, "Cool, bro." So I have his number and stuff, and I can call him and be like, "Hey, how you doing, Warwick?" And I was like, what would be cool, man? I know your kid was a Ewok in the new movies. Is there any chance that he'd want to come with you and we could do like a father-son over the ages of Star Wars Ewok signing, And he's like, I don't know, I'll ask. And he did ask, and then he did come, and they're going to go down and do a Disney family trip after ICCC.
Nice.
So it all worked out, and yeah.
I think that's cool.
Yeah.
Star Wars Theory, I'm excited. I've met him before, but yeah, I'm excited for him.
I've never met him. He's massive podcaster and really talks about all things Star Wars.
And then we get to the Turtles.
Yeah.
That was us.
Is that what this was?
That was you.
Yeah.
That was you. Yeah.
Funny.
That was because I crap talked on your post, on your feed. And God forbid I say anything on video and don't come through. People will string me up. So yeah, this is all your fault. But it's really cool your fault because I even bought, ooh, dude. Hold on, I'll get her. 1 second. Andrea. Hey, babe.
Yell out, woman.
I got the dog barking.
Woman. Speaking of which.
Did you get an email?
I think she's coming. I want to show you what I got because I'm super excited about the freaking Ninja Turtles, man. I used to have a Ninja Turtle skateboard when I was a kid. I've seen all these in the movie theaters multiple times. I'll write her. Keep talking.
All right, so we got I got to go to the big screen here for me to look at. James Saito is how you say it?
Saito.
I'm going to butcher these names. And he was Shredder, correct, in the movie?
Yep.
All right. And then we have Kevin Clash, who is
Splinter, Master Splinter. Well, actually, Kevin Clash is crazy famous. He's Elmo.
I might have to get his autograph just for Cub.
But I'm a Star Wars nerd and a Ninja Turtle nerd, so I didn't even put it on the picture. But no, he was.
Yep, Labyrinth. He's one of the crazy.
Yeah, Labyrinth, and he was also the baby in Dinosaurs. Yeah, not the mama.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
Oh,
you know what? I may have to break down and actually get an autograph and pay for whatever.
Yeah,
that'd be for my son for Elmo. He loved Elmo. He still does. And he's 30.
Yeah, Elmo, man. Elmo's a staple.
All right, Ken Scott, Raphael. Nice.
Yep. Raphael.
Oh, Paige Turco.
Paige Turco. She was April O'Neil. The funny thing is she's like super famous for a billion other shows. Like even the agent like wrote me and was like, "Hey man, I saw the ad for Paige and it's cool and everything, but do you think you could add the 100 on there?" She was like
that was a
lead character in like 150 episodes or something. And I'm like, I don't know, man. I just needed April O'Neil because I talked crap on this one podcast one night.
Nice. And that she's a beautiful woman. I just want to put that. Ernie Reyes.
Ernie Reyes, man. Ernie Reyes, technically Ernie Reyes Jr.
No.
Surf Ninjas, you remember?
No.
Yep.
He is a kid from Surf Ninjas. He was Kino, the pizza boy from Ninja Turtles. He was Donatello in the first Ninja Turtles movie.
He beat the crap out of the Rock in the Rundown.
Yeah, the Rundown was a good movie, man, that people do not give any credit for. It kind of just slipped through the radar. Yeah, it was fun.
All right, I'm going to quit saying the last names.
Brian Toshi. Toshi. He was Leonardo the Ninja Turtle, but he's also been in Star Trek, Revenge of the Nerds, Police Academy, a whole bunch of stuff.
Nice. And then we have Robbie Wrist, which is Michelangelo.
Yeah, which was always my favorite Ninja Turtle. Because like, the whole Mikey, I'm Mikey, Mike, So I was like, plus he had nunchucks, plus he had orange, and orange is my favorite color. I think Ninja Turtles might be more important in my life than I originally realized when I said it. Because I just realized Michelangelo is my favorite Ninja Turtle. My favorite color is orange, and that's random, and it's probably because of that. Yeah, Robbie Wrist. He's super famous for being like 8 billion famous anime characters of all shows I don't watch, and Michelangelo.
Nice. Excellent.
Yeah, I remember him from the Brady Bunch. That's how old I am.
There you go, the Brady Bunch. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, what was he on Brady Bunch? See, that I could probably remember.
He was Cousin Oliver.
Oh, that I remember. Huh,
Yep,
I'll be darned.
even
All right, then we got Roger Christian. That's pretty cool.
He's
came up with the lightsaber, right?
I want to see his panel on Friday. I got to see his panel.
He came up with a lot of stuff, man. He came up with R2-D2.
Yeah.
That wooden R2-D2 that George Lucas is standing next to in that picture a billion years ago was George Lucas telling Roger Christian he needed a droid that kind of looked like a garbage can or whatever, and he needed some kind of idea. Roger Christian went and made one out of wood, and if you Google George Lucas wooden R2, that picture is the very first R2 ever made. And Roger Christian made that, and George Lucas is standing right next to it. He was also like a director on like 1, 2, 3 later. Also, he invented the lightsaber completely from scratch. He invented the Stormtrooper blaster. He invented Han Solo's DL-44. He invented tons of props and stuff. He also did Battlefield Earth. He also did Alien. Just like a guy that can walk into a pile of junk and go, here you go, is Han Solo's blaster that will be incredibly iconic forever in like a day. He knocked out R2 in like a weekend or something. That's why it's made of wood. He was like, oh, I didn't have time to make it out of metal, so I just made a wooden prototype one. And it's like, how do you pump that out? That R2 in the bottom corner of that picture, that's the first R2. First physical R2, yeah.
All right, then we got Andy Secombe.
Seacombe.
Oh, dang it.
Yeah, he's Watto.
Oh, I like Watto.
Yeah, I like Watto. Yep.
Yeah.
Only money.
Actually, if you're getting the VIP boxes, he's the one who did the VIP message this year. So.
Oh, I can't afford that for. Margot, you say it.
Apostolos.
Yeah.
Apostolos.
Yeah, she is Tokat, the Ewok, the blue hooded Ewok. Took Han Solo's blaster when they captured Han Solo and everybody. Yep. Also in a bunch of the scenes, but the one with the blue headdress.
Excellent. Michael Brown, Stormtrooper.
Michael Brown is one I found, which was really cool, through a buddy, Chris Mock. Chris Mock has a podcast. I don't know if you know Mock Tales from the Cantina.
I follow him.
Okay. He has a podcast, and he found Michael Brown one day, and he did an interview with him. And so I found out through that interview, and I was like, man, this guy he's a stormtrooper. He's a legit like right there, front of the Endor bunker, stormtrooper. You know what I mean? Yeah. And he's never signed ever before. Yeah. Totally. And he just didn't know it. And I'm like, dude, you realize you're a stormtrooper? He's like, well, I'm actually kind of famous for country music. And usually that's what people want to talk about. And I'm like, I don't care, dude. He's like, could you at least use like my whatchamacallit picture? What is it? My headshot, with the guitar and everything. And I'm like, sure, man. But that's why he's with a guitar and everything. And I'm sure he'll jump up there with the con men. But if you look him up, he's never signed before, and he is a stormtrooper from Return of the Jedi. And I was like, heck yeah, brother, come on out.
Nice.
Awesome.
But he thought I was insane. So please go get Michael Brown's autograph so he feels like I did right by him, Because he still thinks I'm crazy, probably. You'd be surprised. Most of the Kenner people, when they come, they think I'm crazy until they experience it. And a bunch of people want to talk to him. A bunch of people want to get their autographs. It's the same thing with him. He doesn't even realize that he's an awesome freaking stormtrooper,
you know what? I should do this real quick.
Go back up. What was his
Nice.
name? Michael. What?
Michael Brown. There's some listings of his country music stuff, I think, because he.
That's what I'm trying to find. Yeah. Apparently not on Spotify.
We may have to skip one on here. Let me see if he's
It's a tough name, Brown.
Steve.
Yeah,
Well, no, I mean it's just like it could be 8 million artists. I don't know.
I know. I'm glad you put a picture on there, so I know what I'm looking for at least.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm a little jacked up. I think I hit something wrong on the keyboard.
Thanks, babe.
See, why does it
No,
do
mine
that?
does the same thing.
Right,
Check it out.
Drives me nuts.
Oh, what do we get?
Uncle Steve,
Oh.
we're on with Michael right now. Jump on here.
Cool.
All right, let's see. So Michael Brown. All right,
Oh man.
These are my
Rena-
Ninja Turtle
Rena-
pictures.
Oh,
Rena-
I liked her.
I think she's beautiful. Rena
Yeah,
Owen. Yep.
Because she's
Oh wow.
So
My turtle sneakers.
Yeah, that's
Oh
cool.
wait, I have technology.
He's got Hey Dudes.
Yeah.
Hey, dudes are mad comfortable.
That's what I wear, and
They
I
look light.
Oh, turtle ones, nice.
Oh, that is funny.
Yeah,
I ordered
yeah.
because
I
this
bought my
is
special Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle shoes.
Cool.
Cool.
we're going to the Grand Prix, the Indy Grand Prix Saturday with the kids.
All
and all
right.
that. So I ordered Hot Wheel Hey Dudes because I can wear kids ones, and I ordered
Nice.
Walkers the same kind, so we got matching shoes.
Nice.
But yeah, I love
Man,
it.
hey, dudes are comfortable, dude.
They're light, and they're light, and
Yeah.
when I do wear shoes, I wear Hey Dudes. I should be
Oh,
smart.
you should when you go to racing events, dude.
And usually we don't though.
No, we
Yeah,
still
we
don't,
usually
yeah.
don't.
Kick them off.
People say,
Crazy.
"Doesn't the pavement hurt?" No. All right.
Counts.
All right. So, Rena Owens.
She's
Oh,
cool, man. That was
I'm
another
excited
funny
to hear
story.
Yeah.
There's a funny story with her. When I was getting her, I was like, because she's in New Zealand, so it's a tough flight. She hasn't signed in America for I think 22 years or something like that. So anyway, I call her up and I'm like, because I had a connection through an agent through a friend. Notice the distinction. And I call her up and I'm like, hey, do you think maybe you want to come out and sign autographs at ICCC? And she's like, sure, yeah, that sounds great. And she's like, well, I've been doing, a lot of research for Moana. I don't know if people will know who I am yet because it's not out yet. And I'm like, I'm not calling for that. I'm like, I'm calling because you were Tan Wee in a movie like 25 years ago and we're a bunch of Star Wars nerds. And she's like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I've only been getting calls for Moana because she is Moana's grandma, which is a major role in the live action Moana.
Yeah.
But I had no idea at all. So that's another time where I got caught with my, I don't know. It happens all the time, man, where they're like, but I'm super famous. Dude, I didn't find out Zeb, right? What's his name?
I
Yeah.
like. I know who you're talking about.
But anyway,
got a cool voice, obviously.
Zeb was at the convention. What was his name? Oh my gosh, that's horrible. Steve Bloomfield.
Blum.
Steve Bloom. Steve Blum. Yeah, all right. So anyway, what happened is he came, right? And I got his wife, right, to come too. And so they're sitting together and on the banner, no, it wasn't the banner. What was it? Oh, I was making their banner, right? I was making their logo and you send it to the guest star for them to approve what's on it, And so I sent it to them and they're like, you only have Zeb on this banner. It was like a big picture of Zeb like this with like the dude's picture like there, you know what I mean? And he's like, you realize I've done all these characters. And I'm like, yeah, but I don't really care. And he's like, dude, but people are going to come for these. So I had to put on, because it's like, I can't even remember what the heck it is, but he was like super famous for an anime thing that was, it was super famous. Like I even recognized the name of it after. And his wife has done like a million different voices. So they've done so many voices for so many different things that they're so much more famous for. But I got him because he's Zeb and I got her because she's Governor Price. Which is
I
insane.
didn't know that's who he was married to.
Yeah, totally. And
I just know who Governor Price is.
but she's like I can't. Cowboy Bebop, is that it?
Yeah, because he
where
was
they're like
voice
the
of
two
Spike.
most famous people in Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh,
So I
so
don't
that's
know.
right. I think she did as part of Faye Valentine, I think.
There you go, Valentine. I remember that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And they're crazy famous for that. And I had no idea. Same thing with Reno, and I had no idea.
Yeah.
I first saw her in Once Were Warriors, that movie back in the 90s.
Yeah.
Tamara Morrison was her abusive husband in that.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I mean, great film, a phenomenal film, but it was tough to watch because he beat the crap out of her in that movie.
Gee whiz.
Yeah.
See, oh yeah.
Slowly
All right, so now we have Lewis McLeod.
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 He's
McLeod?
Sebulba.
That's cool. I'd like to. Yeah.
Yeah. He's also Postman Pat, which is like a massively big character in England.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the Yardman, I think.
Yeah.
Animation. Yep.
Yeah.
That's
But
cool.
I wanted him for Sebulba because I think Sebulba's great, man.
Mobile is
Yeah.
great.
I think Sebulba got robbed, dude.
All right, we'll come back to Uncle Steve in case he answers.
Anakin cheated.
Oh jeez.
Back. Yeah.
Steve is always there because Steve is a wonderful person and he's a Grammarian guard. But he's a great guy. Go meet Steve for sure.
Yeah, I gotta
he
meet
is.
him.
He's Uncle Steve. My kids even.
He's
call him
been
Uncle
coming
Steve.
since year one, but he's awesome. Yeah, Uncle Steve. There you go.
Don't they? Yep. Don't they? They all. Yep. They love Uncle Steve. All right. Now we have.
He also leads up the con men on Saturday night at
That-
8,
that-
I think.
That was probably one of the funnest nights because we were all out there, and I love live music anyway. When you're just sitting out there and you had music, that was awesome. It's beautiful.
You gotta have live music, man. It is Nashville.
Yep. It was
Shoot, they got a pianist in my my grocery store during Christmas. It's nice.
Oh, that's
See-
so cool. They used to do
Yeah.
that at Macy's. and
And
they
they
Yeah.
do it at Menards in Cherville.
Do they? That's cool.
So
It's
that's
nice.
That's how the other half lives when they have a piano player in a grocery store. Just so you know.
don't around Northwest Indiana.
So we got Uncle Steve. Then we got Paul Markham.
Paul Markham, Imperial officer from Return of the Jedi. And Paul Markham is one where he was supposed to come in 2018. Something happened with he couldn't make it. And then like 2019, we tried again. But since 2018, I've been talking with Paul and he's been intended to come. And then COVID came and then, but finally he's coming. So I'm checking all the boxes that I've always been trying to check,
Excellent.
There
Excellent.
you go.
And then Tom Effler. I think
Yeah, Tim Effler's awesome. Kenner designer. Close enough. But he made the Jurassic Park toys, a whole bunch of stuff. Pretty much everything you see in the picture there. Ecto ones.
It's a 57 Chevy. Just so you know.
Oh, I see.
And he made the logo for Jurassic Park. The cool story there. The reason why he's in that picture right there, that picture where he's in the picture with Steven Spielberg, it's because he was pitching the Jurassic Park toy line for Kenner to Steven Spielberg. And what he did is for the Jeeps, for the Jurassic Park toy line, when he was doing the presentation, he used a bunch of old Army Jeeps. And on those old Army Jeeps, he painted on an emblem. And that emblem, when Steven Spielberg saw it, he said, "Who owns that?" And Tim Effler said, "Well, I just made it up for the promo." And he's like, "You do." And that became that Jurassic Park logo in the top left corner, which is on everything Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
That'd be so cool.
Yeah.
That would be. All right, and then
Crazy.
Jim Swearingen.
Jim Swearingen is the reason why we have Star Wars toys.
Nice.
What happened with Jim Swearingen is the original Star Wars script got passed around to different toy places, and they said, "Will you make our toys?" And everybody said no because nobody got it. They read the script, said, "This is freaking insanity. I'm not making those toys. It's a waste of money." So it got to Bernie Loomis's desk, and everybody always hears the story, "Oh, everybody passed on it," and then eventually Kenner took it. The reason why Kenner took it is because when it ended up on Bernie Loomis's desk, the guy who ran Kenner at the time, he took it, threw it in his garbage can. Jim Swearingen happened to be in the office, and he's a huge sci-fi nerd. So he said, "Do you care if I take that and read it?" Bernie Loomis said, "I don't care. I threw it out." Next day, Jim Swearingen walks into Bernie Loomis's office, puts that script on his desk, and tells him, "We have to be the toy shop or the toy manufacturer that makes these toys." And he fought for the Star Wars line. He is the reason why we have it. He is a marketing genius. He is the guy who created the X-Wing. He's the guy who created the 12-inch Boba Fett and all those things you see in the picture. And he's the reason why we even have Star Wars toys.
Yeah.
Another thing on top for Jim Swearingen is the first Star Wars toy that he has designed in over 20 years is going to be the ICC exclusive for 2025. There's only going to be 50 of them. He drew up the plans on actual blueprints, just like they used to do in the back of the day in Kenner. They were then sent to Steven Radizak, who makes our customs, and they collabed together for all these past 6 months and have put out something that is phenomenal. It's going to be limited to 50 because we want it to be impossible to get. It has 3 variants. They will also be sold in blind boxes. So there's 50 total, 3 variants, blind boxes, and there is one in there that is not like any of the others and a special mystery one. So if you would like a toy designed by a Kenner designer, then come to ICCC.
Do we have a cost on that yet?
No, I don't, but it's going to be cheaper than the G.I. Joe one from Ron Rudat last year because it doesn't have all the rivets and rubbers.
Oh.
The Ron Rudat one was tough because it was like 45 pieces. Plus, they're made by like one dude in Chattanooga. So made in America, baby. But
that's true. No
but yeah, it's you know, it was a lot of parts for that. But if you look at that one, man, I don't know. It's worth it. It's awesome.
Nice.
But this one's very, very cool, and it is a droid, and you'll see more information about that coming up. But I'm still making the release for
I
it.
hope I can get one.
It's sweet. And then we have Freddie Toman.
Yeah, you got that one right, and I always screw it up. I say Thaman, and he's like, "That's wrong, dude."
Another designer.
But, dude, Freddie is somebody you got to talk to. He is more animated than me times 10. He has better stories than me times 20. And he has been a major part of the Star Wars line. He made the ATST. He made the 2 of the Hoth playset backgrounds, you know, the painted or the like in the picture.
Yeah.
He was one of the first on when they were making Nerf guns. He has 90% to do with the Batman line from the 90s. He did the Ghostbusters, Care Bears, Pirates of the Caribbean, Jurassic Park. But anyway, the reason why I bring him up is because you have to go see Freddie when you come. Because he will talk to you and he will tell you stories and he will tell you jokes. Go to his panel. It's going to be phenomenal. He's great. He's one of those people where you could talk to him. I went up to this collector's convention up in a little tiny one, but wonderful. And it was up in Ontario, Canada. I got some friends in the Ontario group. They come down every year, stop by the Ontario group table in the club areas. They're a bunch of awesome dudes and they know tons about Star Wars. But so I was up there and Freddie happened to be there for his first ever convention. They found him. And so he was there and he did a panel and man, I was laughing. And then we had like a dinner at night where you could get dinner with the guest stars. And we went to that and he was at our table and he was telling stories and, you know, we're going back and forth and he got comfortable and we got comfortable and we were talking and he was like, I got a story to tell you and wait till you hear this. Right. And he has tons of stories. So I don't even worry that I'm going to give away a story, but it's hilarious and you're going to love it. So what he said is he's like, well, you know, we used to get into a lot of trouble because what happened is we were toy designers and artists creating things out of nowhere. So it was always crazy. You know what I mean? They were like wild bunch, you know? So what happened is what he did is they made, because there was, I think it was maybe Effler was out of town. And they'll tell you, these guys all used to work together, you know? And maybe Effler was out of town, but then he came back and there was like this big business meeting. So what Freddie and the other artist guys did is they took one of the Easy Bake ovens and they filled the tray with flash powder and they plugged it in the meeting room, right? So they plugged it in the meeting room and and Effler was out of town. Okay, so they plugged it in the meeting room, and eventually, obviously, an easy bake oven, boom, the flash powder catches, right? So everybody in the meeting room runs out. They grab the easy bake oven from the meeting room, throw it out into the bullpen. It hits the carpet, catches the carpet on fire.
No.
Yeah, totally, right? And the boss is out of town, right? And there's a big black burn hole in the middle of the carpet. So they put it out, and then they all get down there, and all the artists and designers and creators of prototypes remade the carpet out of paint and sticky stuff and foam and whatnot in order so Tim Effler wouldn't catch that they caught the place on fire. So because they make stuff like that so they can make it look right,
Yeah.
and that's what they did. So he's like, dude, and forever one piece of that carpet was just foam and paint,
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Nice.
But he's got a million stories like that. You've got to check him out. He's hilarious.
All right, now you have to tell me who Uploads of Fun is.
They are because I am old and we are old and we don't realize that there's young people that enjoy things too.
Not as much as we do, though.
Uploads of Fun, they're nice, family friendly. They do podcasts. They also do TikTok videos. They also do this. They do that. But they have 3.8 million followers on YouTube. Some people asked me to get them, so I grabbed them, and they're nice guys. But I watched a couple of them, and it's definitely younger than my target demographic. But your kids will love it. You know what I mean? It's
I've seen
I don't
some
know.
of that stuff.
Yeah, it's cute and it's sweet and it's family friendly. It's just they're I don't know. Everybody's loud nowadays. You know that? Everybody's loud in 15-second clips, just screaming at you about stuff, and it's oh.
Yeah.
But I don't know. They do really funny stuff. That's the next guy. He's another 3.5 millionaire or whatever. He's hilarious. Have you ever seen him, Peter Prankster?
No,
I think I've seen a few of his things.
If you check him out, what he does is he does I don't even know what the social media thing is called. The chat roulette or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
But where a random person pops up, right? And what he does is he has a puppet in a chair, and then it'll talk to that random person. And then they have conversation. It's hilarious. He's really funny and a quick-witted kid. And he does it for whoever pops up in the chat roulette or whatever. And then he puts it out to his TikToks and YouTubes. And he's become really famous for it. And he's actually been doing it for, he was there when we were at the fairgrounds.
Yeah.
He came one year. But that's just connect with the young people. I want young people to have fun too.
you got to involve everybody.
Yeah. That's true.
All right, Billy Martinez, an artist.
Billy Martinez, the reason why these guys get billing is because Billy has been there since year one. He's a he's a great artist in Nashville. He actually didn't really do Star Warsy stuff until me. But I met him. I'm into actual art too. And I met him because I was at some art gallery thing or whatever in Nashville, and I met him, and he was a nice guy, and he does beautiful artwork. And I was like, would you make a poster for my convention? So he makes the convention exclusive posters every year. And he was a badge artist one year. That's what the pictures are around him.
Okay.
But the convention exclusive poster are the Billy Martinez posters. So that's why he gets billing there. And then next up is the badge artist for 2025. That's Stephen Moore. And so when you get your badges, you will see them. And that's Stephen Moore's art. Did you get your badges yet?
I got mine Friday.
Nice. You like it?
Yeah.
That's one of Stephen Moore's drawings there on the badge. And you can meet the badge artist. There you go.
Yep.
And you can meet the artist at ICCC and he'll sign the badge for you, and he has his artwork to sell there. We always like to really give a leg up to artists because I don't know. I think it's so creative and neat, and it's something that I personally do not have the talent for. I mean, I can make a stick figure with the best of them, but I can't make that Sebulba,
Man, it's cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
But there you go. 1 million guest stars. And we haven't even talked about a million vendor tables. There are so many vendor tables.
So I know last time we talked, you're not doing a lightsaber anymore because you're having so many
the thing is, man,
vendors, right?
Yeah, not to be that guy, but all right, Star Wars Theory has Theory sabers, and they're freaking massive, dude. I mean, I don't want to just sit on 100 extra sabers. And it's like some people buy them, some people don't. I mean, there's so many. When I started that, it was when good lightsabers were not accessible. Now there are many people that sell good lightsabers. And the thing is I can make a con exclusive one, which is a great idea, right? And it looks cool and I love them and I would love to do it every year. But if I make a con exclusive one, these guys can like build you lightsabers in front of you. You know what I mean? Where you like pick parts and do this and they have stock and they come in with 10,000 things. So if you don't like a little edge on a lightsaber that I'm doing, you can go build your own right there. And it ended up where there'll be some lightsabers at the con store. There'll be leftovers from last year and the previous year that were just because I started having lightsaber vendors. Because there became this thing called lightsaber vendors like 4 years ago. It didn't used to, nobody had them. I mean, I was like getting those custom and imported. It was the only way at the time. Now it's like, there's a lot of places that sell lightsabers. And Star Wars Series, dude, he's so big, man. That'd be like you putting up like a hot dog stand next to I don't know, McDonald's. You're not going to do good.
So
although there's people wanted hot dogs.
I don't know how to word this correctly, but what is the oddest request you've had for a vendor table? Like oddball, like
Feet finders.
you know.
Just
I had one. I did have the leaf guards. I don't like those, but I had one. T-Mobile keeps trying to offer me money to put that big stupid pink booth, and I will not. I refuse. No, the weirdest one. Oh, there was one. Here's a funny story. Okay, so what happens is I get the thing, and they fill out the form, and it tells me stuff, and then I look into it, and I try to find it, and I see what they do. So I got this one, and it was. I can't remember the name of the company, and I also don't want to blast it. I mean, God bless her, but it's. But she wrote me, and she goes, "Oh, I'd like a booth," and blah 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 blah. And I'm like, "Okay, well, we have strict booth rules here. So, what exactly do you sell?" And she was like, "Well, I have lots of different soaps and stuff like that, and people really like it. And I make coin purses out of like cloth." And I'm like, well, are they Star Wars coin purses? You know what I mean? And she's like, or any kind of anything. I mean, Ninja Turtles, whatever, sci-fi, something that involves us at all.
Right.
And you wouldn't find it at a flea market. And she goes, no. And then she goes, but how much are your booths? And I go, well, we can't really do it. And she comes back like 2 days later and goes, I don't want to come anymore. After I already said no like 4 times, right? She goes, I don't want to come anymore because your booths are too expensive. I can get a booth at the flea market for $75. And I said, yes, ma'am, I completely understand and good luck with it. And I think you have great products and I wish you the best. Have a blessed day kind of deal. But I'm sitting there being like, oh my God, you should see this one dude with signatures for the send-in service. Poor Andrea, man. Oh my God. Because it's like on a sneaker and it's like, it has to be between this and this. And do you have a purple, lavender, whatever the heck marker, pescadori, I don't know, some kind of thing. And it's like, no, you have to send the marker. And then they're like, oh, I forgot to send the markers. So they send the marker separate, but they don't write their name on it or anything. So it just ends up with freaking everything else. And then you're looking for it. And then they tell you that it was just in an Amazon package because they just bought it from Amazon and sent it directly. So it's in one of the 250,000 Amazon packages out there going to this convention. Because I need like microphones and clips and tape and you know what I mean? So somewhere in there is some dude's specialty lavender. I think it's Pesca marker or I don't know, dude. But no, crazy things like that happen. But that lady, she did call up and she goes, I don't want to come to your convention anymore or I'm not coming to your convention anymore because your tables are too much. And I was like, ma'am, you go to any other convention with movie stars, the tables are like $1,500 a weekend. Mine are like $750 and I got better movie stars and you get a full 10 by 10. But anyway, we've been sold out of those for 3 weeks. So
way more traffic. How many people were through there last year?
Okay. What I'm supposed to say is 10,000. And the reason why is because every convention, all right, you see how they said Celebration had 100,000 people come, right? The way they do that, do you know how they do that? How they come up with that number?
Mm-mm.
What they do is they take every single badge and every single day, and they say, well, this person has a full weekend badge. So that's 5 people.
Oh.
So every convention out there, and my problem is I try to be the nice guy, and I used to say it, and I'm told not to say it anymore because I used to just say the real number, but it makes us look small.
Oh,
But if I say the fake number, then it's 12,000. Do you know what I mean? But that's the fake number that everybody else would push. I don't know. It's funny. Like, I'll tell you what. Here's your homework, everybody that's watching. Go take one of the pictures from Celebration, like with 8 billion people out there, and just pop that into what is it, Gonk or whatever. Just pop it in there and be like, how many people are in this picture? And it'll be like, I don't know, 8,942, and it's like, cool. You know what I mean? But it's not. They just, dude, and that's why I don't like that number, and I try to avoid answering that number. Because, dude, I don't know. If I say the real number, it's like 3,100 a day, something like that. 4,000 a day. But the thing is I would say 4,000 people. Do you know what I mean? I wouldn't say 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12,000 people. But I have to say 12,000 people because that's what every other convention on the planet would say. So if I say the proper number, it looks like it's small, but it's packed.
Are you expecting a larger crowd this year?
Oh yeah, for sure, dude. Like way bigger.
Bigger, yeah.
Man, my problem was last year is we had to go back from going from 267 acres at a place where the guy that runs the parking lot doesn't like people that dress up when it's not Halloween, back to a freaking hotel, which was very nice and everything, but it was 28,000 square feet, man. I was so hamstrung. Do you remember I was sold out of vendor tables 6.5 months before that show?
Yep.
Do you know how many of those vendors wrote me and were like, the vendors that couldn't come in were like, I want to buy a table. I just got a guy. I want to buy a table yesterday. You know what I mean? And I'm like, they're sold out. I got somebody asking can I sign up for a press badge? I'm like, yeah, 6 months ago. You know what I mean? That's how the internet works. It's weird like that. So what we did is we ended up back in at 28,000 square feet. And when I say 28,000 square feet, that is one of those 28,000 square feet because they count the hallways, they count the bathroom, they count the lobby probably. I don't know. You know what I mean? But this one is 60,000 square feet and it's an actual convention center. So, and like in the rooms is 60,000 square feet. It's probably like 125,000 square feet with the hotel. You know what I mean? With the bottom floor. Just the whole bottom floor. It's massive. And it also has like air walls. So for the circus and stuff and the band, we can break out a specialty room for them. For the stage shows and stuff, it has its own room. For photo ops, it has its own room. For tattoos, it has its own room. So it's better than the fairgrounds, which was difficult anyway. But I mean, remember we had to have like the tattoos like on the main vendor floor in the fairgrounds?
I didn't
well,
go
what that means.
1 year I did. That was the 500, and I went to 5. Yeah.
Oh, you would have loved that, man. There's tons of grass for walking around barefoot. Like,
oh, nice.
You would have been like, woo! But yeah. So the last year we were so hamstrung because we've grown so much that we had to have less people. We had to have less tickets. We had to have less everything. We had less vendor tables. We had less movie stars. There just wasn't the room. So this year there is a room. That's why we got double the amount of movie stars we had last year. We've got triple the amount of vendor tables, and there's tons more activity and programming. And we even got to get some of the big displays back. And I actually, one of my next things is going to be droid builders that I'm announcing. And the droid builders already have, I think it was 24 droids that are coming. Wow. And she wrote me last week and was like, hey, some of these are really, really big. And I'm like, don't worry about it. You got 32-foot ceilings.
Nice.
You know what I mean? Like, it's cool, man. It's given me a lot more room to do the things that I love. Like, instead of having the circus outside or having food trucks or whatever, there's going to be like bars with drinks that are like the Yoda or whatever, like in the hallway. So you can have them and then go watch the nighttime shows or whatever. You know what I mean? It's more accessible. This is the first time we've had. You should see the mapping program I made the maps on. Like it was proprietary and click. It was awesome. Nice. It's like a place that knows how to do it. You know what I mean?
So for the what are you, circus girls? Is that what they are? Circus girls, the trapeze girls.
The
or whatever?
aerial Skywalkers.
Skywalker.
Right. So I have for storm duty I work for Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, and they had a big storm in southern Indiana, so I had to go down there. Well, one place I went to look at their cars, I walked in the shop or whatever, and they got all that set up. I'm like, oh, please tell me you go to ICCCC. She goes, no. She goes, I just stay local. I go, you need to look into that.
Oh yeah, sure enough.
I thought for sure, because I didn't think there was a whole lot of that around. Yeah, I thought for sure it was the same people, but it wasn't.
Well, they're awesome. They have the schedules. The schedule is out on the website there. So if you go
They
to
even put us on the schedule.
but they have shows on the schedule. So you go to the showtime for the aerial Skywalkers. They do. It's essentially the Cirque du Soleil stuff. In Star Wars outfits usually, or some kind of fantasy outfit. And then they have their burlesque show at night on Saturday, the Ninja Turtle Pizza Party, where you can have the Pizza Party reunion and watch the 2 Ninja Turtle movies on Saturday night. Katie Sackhoff is recording her live podcast on Friday night. And then you have church on Sunday. And I was actually just on another podcast where I said that. But there's stuff after hours. There's stuff before hours. I know they got the room sale thing kicking. It's going to be nuts, man.
I was going to ask if they're doing room sales again.
Oh, yeah. There's a Facebook group that they make, man. Try to find it. I think it's called it has technically, for the record, it has nothing to do with ICCC. I just looked the other way. But I think it's National Collectible Room Sales or something like that. They don't write ICCC on it, but try to search that on Facebook and it might come up. But yeah, dude, they're psyched. And I got the way I got the hotel is, I don't know if you stayed at Embassy Suites before, but Embassy Suites are all suite rooms, and they are all around a giant lobby that goes all the way to the top floor.
Yeah.
So that's going to have people for the lobby sales and stuff be able to hang a banner and be like room 258 or whatever. And I think that's really neat. And I also think that just wait till you see it. Plus, there's nothing wrong with them giving you 2 free drinks every night and a full giant buffet breakfast with an omelet bar in the morning. People are going to be so happy. This is going to be the best con ever. And people are going to eat and drink and hang out with friends and have the best time ever. It's
I can't wait.
The right place. It's insane.
Friday and Saturday's fun, but Sunday morning I'm gonna plug this now since Scott. But to answer your question, Scott, yes, I am. But Mr. Havens, and I'm very excited about this because it's 2 passions that are running into each other, and I'm so happy. But Sunday morning, I am a Christian pastor. Anyone is welcome to come to this service. If you're Catholic, Methodist, whatever you want. I believe that God is the Father. I believe Jesus Christ is the Son. I believe in the power of the Holy Spirit. If you believe in that, if you're interested in that, if you want to know more about that, please come see this. It's going to be probably an hour long. And that's everything, worship songs and all that. And I'm going to do it on decisions. I'm going to base it around Anakin and the decisions that kind of made his path and how it affects us as we do that also. That's my pitch.
Well, see, and that's what John came to me and he asked me if it would be okay if he did that. And I always support anyone in any way I can. And he came to me and he asked if he could do something when I'm not using the room. And that's the same way we got every other thing I just mentioned. Because somebody who's a fan, somebody who's honestly, every single thing you've seen, every single Facebook group, every single ICCC that I've built, any of that, it all is because a fan comes and goes, hey, I got this idea. I want to do this thing. And I just say, okay, because I figured out something many years ago, and that's if you can get people around you that have the passion for collecting or passion for Star Wars or passion for, just enjoying 5 minutes away from the scenes in Andor, you can... They know what they're doing and they make very special stuff. Like even the swag, people are always like, is it okay if I use the logo? And I'm like, yeah, go nuts. Use the logo. What do I care? Nobody would say that ever. This is like trademark. That's like Coca-Cola. And I'm like, you want to throw it on a patch? Go nuts. You know what I mean?
Or Disney or something like that. They'll come after you.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I remember when we did IC patches for Celebration, we had to get it Lucasfilm approved. So it had an LFL on it and everything, and all this stuff, and it got denied like 3 times, and all it says is the Imperial Commissary. I mean, you know what I mean? It was like, but they were like, no, this racetrack is too much like the proprietary racetrack or the blah, 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 blah. And so, no, at ICCC, go nuts. This is not about some weird company making money somewhere so they can buy office tables and Learjets. This is some nerd. Like I said, when I said, I'll get all the damn Ninja Turtles, you keep it up. This is just some nerd throwing a really cool party that people come to. And you're all invited, and you'll have a wonderful time. And it's a beautiful sleepover for a bunch of older folks that still know how to enjoy life. So it's a wonderful thing. But I'm so happy you came to me and asked to do that, man. And I'm so happy to support it. I'm so happy to support the other events that are going on. Not the room sales, which I know nothing about at all. Right. But no, man, it's really wonderful. And it's that passion, which is crossing over your church with the Star Wars thing for this event, which who knows, man, maybe it's exactly what one person needs that morning. And if it is exactly what one person needs that morning, man, that's good enough for me.
Absolutely. Well, I know you're a busy man. We've gone about an hour. Is there anything else you need to discuss, push, anything you want to do?
I don't push nothing, man. Like that's why we got 7 Ninja Turtles.
That just in itself makes me, because I get it. I understand. I get that. Yeah. I really do.
Come on down. Be a kid again. Try it out. It's not going to break your bank. It's going to be cheaper than any other convention. The autographs are cheaper than you could get them anywhere else. There's going to be great food options, great drinks options. It's a completely immersive experience unlike any other convention in the world. Come experience it just once, and I guarantee you'll be back forever.
I did once.
Now, before you go though, I have to go to a work thing Thursday morning. A work thing. We're going to Mecum Auction, Indy. So I should be there. I'm thinking 4 or 5 o'clock, but I'll go straight there and help you guys get all.
Yeah, that's awesome. Everybody that's watching, this is always a good thing to say. We are 100% fan run and volunteer based. Many hands make less work. So always feel free. If you're not doing anything, you want to come down and help us put up some pipe and drape, please do. You want to come out the Wednesday before, you're in early. Come out the Wednesday before. Help me and some of my buddies load up a U-Haul. You know what I mean? Like every little bit helps. Every bit of pitching in makes it better. And yeah, I mean, IC for Life eventually will pay for moving trucks and moving people and this, that, and the other. But this year it's going to be able to afford a U-Haul, and that's better than it was where we were just filling up my truck 45 times. So that's what it is, man. It's just all about people helping. So if you're around, you want to help, come help. Just like John's saying.
I would come an hour or a day earlier like I did last year, but I got to do that work thing, so we're just going to Mecum.
Yeah, no, hey man, work is work. Work is work. It goes family, work, ICCC. That's how it goes.
That's a pace for all of this.
Yeah, sure enough. Yeah. What do you think pays for ICCC? It certainly ain't ICCC.
Well, I appreciate that. Unless Bob can have you on, but other than that, I'm like full throttle at the end of the month. So
yeah, I can't wait.
I probably won't see you until I get down there.
I'll have a big hug waiting for you, brother. All right, boys and girl. Thank you very much for having me on, and I will see you very soon. And thanks for always supporting the IC. I appreciate it.
All right, one last thing before you go.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Oh wait, did it go?
There he is.
Oh, there he goes. Here, let me. You come back on. Let me remove you real quick.
It did happen.
Yeah, I do one every year.
Hey, I'm 43 years old in that picture, and I'm lifting up a human. That's right, not bad. That's right. I'll take it.
You'll be lifting up a 54-year-old human. Whatever.
That's all right. You look like you're 12, so you'll be fine.
That's right. That's right. Well, thank you, sir. I really, really, really appreciate it. This means the world to me. And I don't want to knock other stuff, but like the celebration came out for the announcement in 2 years. I'm like, I have no interest. I'm ICC all the way.
Well, it's tough, brother. And I go to everything. I always go to everything. I'm not trying to say don't go to other cons. Always do. But if you want to, I don't know. If you want to remember what it was like to, if you want to remember what it was like to have a sleepover with your buddies and watch Star Wars all night long, that's what this is.
It is. It just, I absolutely just, Absolutely love it.
Thanks, brother. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Nah, man. Happy to do it.
Um,
All right, well, get on with it and get everything set and be
I'm gonna
ready
go
for
eat
it.
dinner. That's all I gotta do tonight. Tomorrow is Monday, and that's a
Well, if
whole
you
new
wanna
list
hang
of
out, we can
problems.
hang out. I know you're a busy man, so.
Yeah. No, I'm going to eat dinner. You crazy? I like you. I don't like you that much.
All right, sir. Thank you very much, Mr. Havens.
Good night, guys. Thank you so much. I
See ya.
appreciate it.
So, Bobby, what would you say your favorite thing to do at ICCCCCC is?
just hanging out with everybody.
It is. Out in the courtyard. That's my favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
And the room sales were pretty epic, though.
No,
But
there's
yeah,
so much. That's the first time I've ever done it. Obviously.
Yeah, and I will be bringing more of the happy stuff.
Oh,
This stuff.
make
This
sure you
tri-
next to me.
Yeah. There
not
will
me.
be
That's not mine.
plenty to go around.
Nope, not my thing. It ends badly.
You and what was it, Versace?
Yeah.
Fucking sheep.
I don't know what his real name.
All
is.
right.
yeah,
Watch them
you know,
call it.
looking.
Or do you want to go through the toys real quick?
Oh, let's see.
Oh, I gotta.
If not,
No,
you gotta
I
go.
got
All right,
rid of
Megan's
it.
got to go anyway. Well, I'll see you in a
Yeah.
couple
All
weeks.
right. All right.
All right. Thank you, Ro. Appreciate it. And you guys have a
Yeah.
wonderful, wonderful night.
All right. Thanks. Have a good night.
You too. See you guys. Bye.